showtime.
Fire and water, earth and the sky, mystery surround us, legends never die. Live here for the moment, lost in time. I can hear them call, they're locked within the crystal ball.
Hello everybody, my name is Eterna and welcome back to more of Let's Play Pokémon Shining Pearl. Last time, we arrived at Floroma Town and we've gotten ourselves Mew and Jirachi, the mystical Pokémon from Generations 1 and 3. We took care of Team Galactic at the Valley Windworks at a pretty record pace, defeating Commander Mars in the process. This time, we head north, on Route 205. And you know what? Yes, I would like to slap a bark of honey on there. And while we're going through here, well, taking on some of these trainer battles, and maybe a wild Pokemon in the process, there was actually something that I never really talked about from the last episode, and I actually kind of felt a little bad that I haven't done this one before, but I think it's about time we make up for lost times. We have our starter Pokemon sent to evolve now that Sun had it fully evolved. So I now would like to take a moment to talk about that. If you had Turtwig, it would be Grottle. Not much really changing about this Pokemon. It's just going to become a more defensive, hard-hitting, and pure grass type. Like I said, not much really needs to be talked about, but now it's going to be on the verge of learning some pretty nice and mixed attacks of grass-type moves that will become very useful for what is to come later on in the game. But, unfortunately, that's about as all I can ever really say about Grottle. It's just a more stronger and more bulkier Turtwig, but experiment with some of the grass-type moves and that'll now potentially learn. Heck, it should be on the verge of learning a variety of other moves as well, and that is Grottle. Up next is Monferno. It becomes, once again, a fire fighting type. I know I've been giving it a lot of disappointments on that one lately, but can you blame me? I mean, it's been done so many times, it might as well call it a normality, I guess, but I don't know. This is the time enough for one to start learning some pretty nice physical offensive fighting type moves. If you had Iron Fist in it for its ability, it would have really been a knockout with those types of moves and that it would learn. Like that Power Up Punch and that Central learned, and even Mach Punch as well. Just be mindful, it does gain a couple of more weaknesses now that it becomes a part fighting type, but if you can get around all that, you have a pretty nice set of Pokemon that can help get stuff done. Just be mindful of the weaknesses that I talked about, and I wouldn't call it punch happy. And finally, Prinplup. Once again, not much really needs to be talked about. It's just a more powerful and bulkier Piplup. Now is gonna be the point where it's gonna learn some flying type moves, which is gonna be a great counter to grass type and Pokemon, which you're gonna be encountering a little bit later on if you chose Piplup. It's also eventually capable of learning some pretty nice, well, I'm repeating myself at this point, but in all seriousness, like I said, not much really needs to be talked about, but you are going to be facing off against Pokemon that are going to specializing in lowering your stats. If you have Defiance for its ability, have fun! You're going to have a ball when it comes to having these types of moves. Is coming at you with Defiance, because that's going to boost your attack stat sharply. Other than that, it's just a more powerful Piplup. You know it well. Aren't you curious? quite sure that was a good idea on my part. And I just realized you don't have an actual psychic type move on you. And like I said, it learns psychic, but at level 100. I don't know why that is. I don't want to know why that is, but I'm sure it was just meant to be a troll to the highest degree of troll. And also, why did I choose it? Yeah, before which I could have done a whole lot more damage, and wow, you took that hit like a champ, Mew. You know what? I take some of that back. Just don't get critical. Thank you. Story is level 17, very good. Oh yeah, a refreshing battle that was. How would you know? You always have your eyes closed. X attack. I hate these battle items. I said this in many of Pokemon Let's Plays. That's not going away anytime soon. I believe you are a trainer of interest, though. And it's a lie. But at least in that you're good for experience grinding, I guess. Because we're gonna be coming up on a pretty big dungeon, and that's gonna be challenging. And you got poison point. Poop! Worry Seed. Ah, yes. Give me insomnia. My God's gonna do me any good. Well, I guess that again is a better ability after using Intimidate the first time, but... oh well. Then again, I should not have Luxio set on you because of those spikes on its butt. Why did I go so long and not talking about the spikes on Luxio's butt? I know it's a weird thing to talk about, but... He's pretty nice. Stealth Rocking is pretty nice as well. I'll think about some of this. Was there anything? Yes! Antidote! Keep going north. Ooh, Shellos! We haven't encountered one of those yet for some reason. Also, if you guys have noticed something, I have not done any off-screen training. Just leveling up your Pokemon in this game is just so easy. In fact, I don't even think it's even totally necessary at this point, but, well, at least for a while, because future bosses are gonna need some delicacy in training, but... What kind of Pokemon live around this area? Oh, you got here. I thought you would know by now. Cena. There's definitely going to be some trainers of interest, and that we're definitely going to want to keep our eye out. And let me guess. Okay, you have it too. Go for a bite. At least be something. Oh yeah, that was definitely something. Ah, yes. Give it the leer. Okay. Alright. Let's get to level 16. Mew's at level 14. Jeepers. Pachirisu. Okay. Go for a roll out. Oh no! 1 damage. Excuse me? Do you have like a boost invasiveness or something on you? Or am I just having bad luck? Oh wait, this is a Pokemon game. There we go! And now I'm locked into doing it. So I'm willing to bet that your strategy is just constantly lowering my attack stats. And I'm gonna admit, it's working. Your only move is Quick Attack. You have Baby Don't Lies, you have Charm, you have Growl, and you have Quick Attack. Yeah, pretty sure that this next move's gonna knock you out. If not, I'm so glad I didn't finish that sentence. Wow. There we go. That took me way longer than it should have. Juju's level 17, very, very nice. Travis is level 12. A couple levels of learning your next move. Shocked, how did I lose? By going up against a ground type with a electric type. I'll take a couple of Oran berries. You can never tell when that could come in handy. I say 2 Pekka berries, they may also come in handy. And a Pokeball, which I don't really need at the moment. But now I'm thinking about it, we have a full team at the moment, but I've yet to find the second member of my team. Maybe this next Pokemon will be popping up soon. Maybe the next one won't pop up for a while. I should probably have switched up my team, but you know what? I'm gonna prove to you that type advantages don't always mean jack. You may be a couple levels lower than I am, and your defense is pretty good, but I have ways of countering this. In fact, I should realize I had Sandstorm myself. Why did I not use Sandstorm from before? Oh wait, I'm an idiot. Ow. And that Sandstorm that it has, ugh, that's gotta do wonders if around. Oh boy. This bite's gonna hurt. How about a flinch? No. Man. There we go. You're almost at level 17 as well. Alright, I'm just wasting a lot of time at this point, so... I don't know if you are a trainer of interest, though. I'll just use a couple potions on you. I'm gonna do a swap on my team while I'm doing this, so I don't forget. There we go. Let's see. You. I think you are a trainer of interest. You have one Pokemon, that's pretty promising. No. Just go for a powered up punch and then I'll finish all my series swipes afterwards. Oh. That can be daunting. Boosts critical hit ratios. Uh-oh. Ow. Oh, not lowered my speed. Oh, that's not good. But it doesn't matter. I win. definitely like that cloud shading effect. Up! Alright, Karina, are you a trainer of interest? Yes! You are a trainer of interest! But I do want to take you out pretty quickly, because you gotta have Bubble in your arsenal. Really? You chose not to use a water type move on me? You should have, like, I think, Bubble or something. But, okay. Or that too. Ow. Well, guess what? I guess I'm a trainer of interest for you as well. Because my star uses star power on you. Alright. Well, I guess then again, I did use a legendary Pokemon on you. So, no hard feelings, right? In here. This is a Root Pokemon Center. But yes, I think I could get through the Eterna Forest by myself. And what do you say? Any points that Pokemon make Eterna Forest their home. But I didn't buy any of those. What should I do? Do I press on or go back? Oh, don't be a wuss. You'll be fine. Hello, my name is Cheryl. And you are? Okay, so your name is Dawn. I'm sincerely glad to meet you. Dawn, may I ask you a big favor? I want to get through this forest, but I'm afraid of doing it alone. I've heard that there's a sinister group of people called Team Galactic about. I think there'll be safety in numbers. Please, may I go with you? I'll keep your Pokemon in perfect health. So! The Eterna Forest is a pretty big dungeon. And, ooh, hello. I was covered in moss. It feels pleasantly cool. Out here, we got trainer battles to deal with. And we got a bit of a ways to go. So while we go through this place and I take care of some of these trainers and, of course, wild Pokemon, we have some new Pokemon to talk about, 6 to be precise. So, I would like to take a moment to talk about these guys. Let's get right to it. Starting off, only found in Brilliant Diamond, Murkrow! Murkrow is one of my personal favorite Pokemon. A dark flying type and has some of the best abilities that you could possibly ask for. Why do I say this? Because, oh, I don't know. One prevents it from falling asleep, one boosts the power of critical hit ratios, and the other gives it priority to status moves. What's not to like? Or I guess in this case, what's not to hate? And never mind. But in all seriousness, this is a very good Pokemon. The only big things you have to really be careful with is that it's meant to be a really good physical sweeper. Actually, no, a very good mixed attacker to be more precise. Here it comes. This is once again another scenario of if it's a swing and a miss, it's very likely not gonna get another shot. Why? Because, oh, I don't know, base 60 HP with 42 with defense with special defense. I consider this a glass cannon. That doesn't mean that it's bad. And the only other thing that what's kind of holding it back is the fact that you need a certain item called the Dust Stone to fully evolve it. If you manage to get that, it is a very good Pokemon to have upon its final evolution of Honchkrow, which will be not a bad Pokemon to have later on down the road. It's only found in Brilliant Diamond, unless if you want to trade it over from that game to Shining Pearl, well, have fun. Now on into the counterpart to it, only found in Shining Pearl, Misdreavus. Our very first pure ghost-type Pokemon, and probably one of the more awkward ones. It comes with Living Hit Tape by default, which it makes it immune to all ground-type moves. To which I say, thank God. And like with Murkrow, you have to have the Dust Stone to fully evolve it into its final evolution. Bringing this down into how it is as a Pokemon, I consider this to be a bit of a tactical Pokemon that needs a little bit of time for you to figure it out so you can use this to its full advantage. Typically, Pokemon that are evolved with stones, I never talked about this until now, but a majority of the time, they will not be able to learn any level up moves. There is a location for where we can learn tutor moves, which will be for a little while later, but if you want him to have a very good Misdreavus with an evolution later on, you might want to study up on this one. It's only found in Shining Pearl, though. But if you manage to get through that, great Pokemon. Next up, we have a whole evolutionary line that you can find out here. The evolutions can only be found in separate generations, but you can technically obtain them in this particular game, no matter what. Wurmple! Yep, it's... I consider this to be kind of a hybrid between Caterpie and Kakuna. Well, excuse me, Weedle. The reason why I say that is because Wurmple, on its own, is pretty weak, but it'll eventually evolve into one or two Pokemon, and it's completely at random, and it's through personality values. I don't need to talk about that evolution. We have experts that can do that for you. Oddly, despite what it looks like at first glance, its hidden ability is Run Away, which makes no sense whatsoever. I guess it curls itself as a ball and just speeds away. I'm not thinking about this a little too much. But in all seriousness, this is a very odd Pokemon, and it can be okay for what it is. Just be mindful that it's only here just to try to make you have a decent bug type along the way, no matter which pathway you go. But be mindful that it is random for when it evolves. What will it evolve into? Silcoon and Cascoon. Their ability and their stats are completely identical, so I could talk about these kind of Pokemon respectively from one another. Honestly, they're basically the Metapod and Kakuna of this generation. They'll only ever know Harden upon its evolution, and if you choose to catch them in the wild, then, well, you're gonna have a hard time pulling them up. Other than that, they're okay for what it is. They're fairly weak, and with a few other flaws as well. But that doesn't mean that they're useless until they fully evolve later on. The one I would probably recommend the most excuse me. The one that I would probably recommend the most in terms of that evolution lies is Beautifly over Dustox. I'll talk about each of them respectively. Beautifly is a bug flying type. It has either Swarm or Rivalry for the ability, which is kind of a hit and miss. Swarm is probably going to be the one that I would recommend the most, mostly due to the fact that it has some priorities with bug type moves, which it learns quite a number of them. But what's really nice is that at level 40 with Beautifly, it is capable of learning the move Quiver Dance, and this will boost special attack, attack, special attack, and speed after each use. I think that's how it is. And, well, it's decent in terms of its speed and its special attack stats. It's definitely something to write home about. If you want to have a very good Pokemon that really knows how to get the job done, and people like me kind of consider this to be kind of a underrated Pokemon, I think I can go right home with this one. Downside is it hasn't quite a weakling to rock and ice, but other than that, they're decent, I guess, but has such great potential once you really start getting going. Its counterpart of Dustox, on the other hand, what it lacked is having some pretty good moves. It definitely makes it up for a variety of moves that it can learn. A very nice ability of Compound Ice. It really helps out for the matter. And it's special defense that is something to kind of write home about. The only big thing to really be careful with is that it is a little bit of a pain in the ass to work with if you plan on using this for any casual matches. So in all seriousness, your options are a butterfly that has some pretty nice moves, and it can be pretty good, but it takes a while for it to reach said potential. Or a special defensive Pokemon with fewer weaknesses and has some pretty nice abilities, a variety of types, and that it learns. Honestly, I kind of think, like I said, Beautifly is going to be the best option over Dustox, but Dustox isn't okay for how it is. And finally, I say probably the nuttiest one for last. Baneri. If there's one thing that I can say about this small fry, a pain in my royal ass is one of them. This thing's a spoiled brat. Just please don't get one with clutch for the ability. I might have just saved you some hairs from being ripped out of your head. It'll prevent it from ever using any held items. I actually recommend either Limber or Run Away for its ability, because Limber prevents it from getting paralyzed, while Run Away may, well, true to its name, prevent it from get away from any fights. When it evolves, which I'll talk about in just a second, it'll replace it with Cute Charm. Something that you might want to take into consideration. It's not a bad ability, it just can be a little tricky. To evolve it is gonna be a pain. It starts off with the lowest base happiness out of all of the Pokemon, at base 1. Let that sink in for a moment. It's not 100% into pain to do so, but it's still a pain nonetheless. It'll become one of the best physical offensive normal types that you'll find in the game. I used one myself in the past. Well, sort of. But in all seriousness, they're a good Pokemon. But these brats just need to be put in their place, and they're, well, let's face it, a pain in our butts. Dowgy! Just reminding myself of Misty said inside of the tail whip in the battle in Future City in the original series. To which I say, what? So, there were a couple of fights that if you weren't paying attention from the top right corner, there were some trainers of interest for us and that we faced. This one is actually another one. And that was from, well, this person has a Metatide, this one had a Burmy, and those in the past had some of the evolutions of the Wurmple line. And of course, I'm getting confused in the process. Hoop-dee-doo! Too bad. Bonk. Might want to mix it up a little bit. Ouch. That was a critical. Jesus. Snapped out of its confusion. Oh, crap. Alright. I had no one to blame but for myself on that one. During that fight, Jirachi learned a new move, Helping Hand. I'm not gonna use it though. It just kind of gives them additional priority for your partner in tag battles. And Luxio actually learned a new move, Spark, a physically offensive electric type move, and that can cause paralysis. Not bad to say the least. Alright. And unfortunately, these fights usually take a while because Cheryl's Chansey is putrid. Its main gimmick isn't to be used as a really nice special wall, I believe, with some good amount of HP. But that's pretty much all that we're ever really getting out of this fight. Alright. Alright. I believe... Now I'm thinking about it. Can we? Yeah, we can't catch a wild Pokemon when we have a partner by his side. A jar of honey. Alright. Oh, there's the exit. I'm so relieved. We finally got here. I've never been able to get through this by myself. Thank you so much, Dawn. These fishermen. I'm actually gonna take care of by myself off screen. Because they're gonna have... I think one of them has nothing but Magikarp and they have like 6 of them. I think you might be seeing where I'm going with this. In fact, I don't think any of those are trainers of interest for us at the moment. But, no matter. Welcome to Eterna City! Well, now that we've finally gotten all that, we've reached our next destination. We have finally gotten to see for what the Eterna Forest has to offer. We've made some progress. There's one last thing that I want to do first. I would like to come in here. I think I'll talk to you. I'm the first one to have started digging at the Grand Underground. I am. You can call me the Underground Man. Everyone else does. I'll make a gift of this to you. You hold up your end of the deal and put it to good use. We get a special key item that is actually kind of worth our time of getting. Use the Explorer Kit from your bag's key item pocket to visit the Grand Underground. Let me mentor you just as you become a full-fledged spelunker. Just follow my lead. Oh! First, go to the Grand Underground. Going to the ground is quite easy. Simply use your Explorer Kit. It can't be used indoors or in a cave. Now give it a try. Oh, I'm not even doing this. Bye. Hey, John. This is your first time here? Welcome to Sinnoh's Grand Underground. This is Nebuchadnezzar's caves and caverns lying beneath Sinnoh. Huh? What am I doing down in this expanse of a place? It's kind of hard to answer. I mean, you can do pretty much anything you want down here. For instance, you can dig up fossils and treasures, or you can make your own secret base. Just talk to the Underground Man in Eterna City and learn more. Why isn't the way to back into the service? Remember, why? I have to get going now. I'll see you around. Yes, your well needs you. Goodbye. We're gonna save this place for later. Because there's a lot that we could do down here. I probably might dedicate a whole episode for this one. And now he gives us spheres. There are apparently some Pokemon in the Grand Underground that you can't normally find around here. Meeting a new Pokemon is 100 times more fun when it's a rare one. Your road of being a spelunker has barely begun. If you want to know more, just come visit me. That is going to be something we're going to talk about another time. So, next time on Pokemon Shining Pearl, what do you say we're going to take up on his offer and see what's going on from underground, alright? See you guys then.